about a camera MPB. So, a few weeks back, I bought another camera. Yes, I know that's a lot of cameras. I have a lot of cameras, but I bought a camera on MPB because I thought this would be a good experience because I've only bought used equipment directly to people, and I thought, well, I've heard a lot about MPB in the last, I don't know, month I've been doing this, so why not buy a camera from them and you know, buy a camera that I would not be comfortable buying used from someone when it's that old. It's a Nikon D700, and this is actually the second one because there was a bit of problem, but I'm gonna explain that as long as I am in the process of unboxing this D700. So the first one that I got it from MPB a few weeks back, and it was actually defective, and I mean, I've seen a lot of videos about, oh yeah, I buy my used gear from MPB and stuff like that. I saw Omar Gonzalez video about it. I saw James Popsy's videos about it. MPB is actually the sponsor. I saw a Snappiness video about it, and that's it, I think. So I guess, well, let's make my own experience, because I've heard bad things, I've heard good things and stuff like that, and I can't really say that I've had a good experience with MPB so far. Let me explain. So it's related to the fact that the first D700 that I got was defective, and it could have been avoided if the guy that, you know, made the statement about the camera, if it's used well in condition or whatever, if that guy had the proper training, it could have been avoided. Okay, so what do we have here? We have some packing paper, sorry for the noise, and we have the camera itself in that little generic white box, and some more packing paper. Alright, so let's keep that intact in case of that new D700 being defective again. But yeah, the problem that I had, I'm going to take Nikon camera that I have, which is my old and trusty D60. This camera is perfect to show you the thing that was defective about the D700, the previous one. You see, on Nikon cameras there is like a little lever here that controls the aperture of the lenses. I'm showing you a lens, a Nikon lens. This is a vintage Nikon lens from the 80s, but that served the purpose well. If you see right now, the lens is open and I can close the lens, and pretty much all Nikon lenses of modern times are closed like this. And there is a little latch on here, and that opens the camera. And that's basically how a Nikon camera controls the exposure with the aperture, with the lever, which is, let me get the focus straight, right here, and that moves. And it's always up, in the up position. And when you take a picture, it moves down. You see it moving? Yes, you do. Alright, so that's what happens normally on a Nikon camera. And on the D700 that I had, it was always down. I think there was a little spring that snapped in the mechanism. So yeah, that was a problem. That was kind of a problem. So yeah. I had to send the camera back. It was taking pictures, but the exposure wasn't great and the aperture control was non-existent. So yeah, big problem. And this could have been avoided if the guy that made the expertise of the camera was aware of this special thing about Nikon cameras. But without further ado, let's get into the unboxing experience. So we have eco-friendly packaging here. And I guess we have everything that we need in that package. We have like paper, stuff and stuff to go around the camera. So we have the camera itself. I'm guessing this is the battery or the charger or both. This is the charger, okay. I already had a Nikon D700 battery, so which is right here, which came with the first one. I ordered two batteries with it, I kept one. So we have a strap and we have the power cable for the charger. I'm guessing the battery that is sent with it is already in the camera, so we can check already right away if the camera is working or not. So can somebody put the drum rolls? So the camera here it is. Okay. So this is quite a chunky boy, alright? It's quite a big camera, like compared to the old tinky little D60, alright. So, is the aperture level up? It is up, obviously. The battery is inside, apparently. Let's check that. Let's check the battery itself. Yep, this is obviously an EN-EL3E battery. Okay. The grips are in decent shape. This one is a bit off, but that's alright. Button seems to work fine. Okay, let's put the lens on it and let's see how this takes pictures. And of course, CF card in it, please. Alright, so I ordered, in provision of using a D700, I ordered a 32 gig CF card like that. And I got a little SD to CF adapter like that one that cost me like $10 on Amazon. I wasn't sure, I got that card because I wasn't sure if the adapter would work or not. I heard people complaining that their adapters weren't working on their version of their D700, but the one I had, which was defective, worked fine with this CF adapter. So let's see if that works. Apparently it works. Okay, let's turn that on. First boot up. Battery is almost dead. I'm gonna check, I'm gonna swap this out. Okay. So, I mean, for the most part, it's a good experience here because nothing seems to be out of order or defective or something like that. I haven't taken a picture yet. All right. Screen works, button works, shutter works apparently. So info button, the front dial works pretty fine. And this doesn't work properly, but that's okay. Let's check the viewfinder. Viewfinder is alright apparently. And the focus joystick, D-pad, lever, I don't know. This works as well. All right, and it takes pictures. English, motherfucker.
Do you speak it?
Pretty well. Okay. So apparently this works fine. I'm guessing. Can go down to ISO 200. All right. Okay. So that was a quick little video about my D700 unboxing, and this is my new camera for not the foreseeable future, but that's the camera I'm going to play with a whole lot, I think. The thing I want to tell you is my experience with MPB, which is why I'm making this video in the first place. Otherwise I would have just unboxed this stuff on my own, on my part, silently, and say a few weeks later, oh guys, by the way, I have a new camera. But yeah, I had such a bad experience with MPB that I felt I had the need to talk about it. So the experience I'm talking about is the fact that, the expertise of the camera itself could have been better, the whole thing could have been avoided, and when I got the camera back to MPB, there was problems like it took way too long to say, oh yeah, you got the camera back to us. Like, I think I got my package that I sent on my part with the camera in it, got to their warehouse like on a Friday evening or afternoon, something like that, and I got an email from MPB saying, oh yeah, we have your package and stuff like that, and it got processed like a Thursday of the week after, while they are telling you that it's within 1 or 2 days. So that was kind of a problem, and then it went into other procedures and stuff like that, and I just got my camera now and it's been weeks. So the camera cut because I didn't bother to use the grip to extend the record time, so I only had like 10 minutes or 5 minutes, whatever. I was saying that the experience was not the best with MPB by far, and that a lot of mistakes that I could have been avoided weren't, obviously. And yeah, that was quite of a disappointment. I will keep that in mind in next future. Maybe like mirrorless stuff, maybe Canon EF stuff, those do not have the same problems as Nikon cameras do, so sometimes it could be a good idea to get there, to get your gear, I guess. But on my part, I was quite disappointed because I'm kind of I wanted to get back into Nikon and stuff like that, and yeah, it was a big delay until I could get my hands onto one of those. I have a feeling I'm blabbering mostly right here, so I'm going to cut to the chase and say that there is going to be videos about the D700, but it's going to be in the same video that I teased in the last video, which is going to be talking about the Fuji X100. I'm still working on the script, I'm still working on the photos I'm going to showcase in that video, I'm still working on the stuff I want to talk about, and that mostly comes down to, oh yeah, what about film photography? But yeah, there is a lot of stuff for that video. I hope it will come soon enough. I don't know when, I don't know when I'm really going to work on that video, but I'm in the process, so you know, the pre-production stuff and etc. That was a quick video that wasn't really planned or anything like that. I'm happy that I finally have the camera in hand, and we'll see how that plays out. On that note, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, I guess. Yeah, see ya.